We've got basketball action at Staples Center in Los Angeles, the home of the Lakers, here on 2K Sports. The tradition of Sunday night basketball. Welcome everyone to this presentation of 2K Sports and the NBA. Let's check out Indiana's starting lineup. And Jackson. And for the Lakers, we've got Jerome Kersey and Jones. The league's marquee franchise players just love coming to L.A. Great market, Clark. Great organization.
Well, great history, too, and not to mention the championship trophies that are part of the Laker history and tradition, and it's easy to sell that because at the end of the day, Kevin, these guys are making a lot of money. They love playing the game, but they want to win. They want to be in a winning environment and a winning culture, and nobody's done it much better in all the sports than the Los Angeles Lakers.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Guys, I spoke with the head coach of the Pacers. He thinks the biggest battle for them is simply finding the space to operate effectively on offense. He said this is a team that plays so tight defensively that you can feel like you don't have room to breathe. The only way to exploit that is with motion off the ball and efficient passing. Gentlemen?
Thank you, Doris.
It's really a mindset, Kevin. You want to get into your defensive groove and find a way to stay there for the full game.
Now here's Jackson. Leads him with the pass. Cuts off the pass. Indiana on D. And bringing up the Lakers, you have to mention the history of the franchises. As you go into Staples Center, you look up in the rafters, you see the championship banners, you see the great names that have worn the Laker colors, the Laker uniform over the years. I mean, it really does. It's stunning.
It is stunning, and it also inspires you. And I think it raises you to a level where you don't want to let that tradition or history down.
That's a great point. You know, people think that these young players perhaps don't have an appreciation for the past. I think that might fool some people. I think people might be surprised at how much they truly know about some of the great players that have been in this same uniform before them.
Yeah, exactly. And with the teams like the Lakers or even the Celtics, it's made apparent. Even if these young guys don't know, if they become part of that history, they learn quickly,
very quickly,
what's gone before them.
Here's Miller. That's good.
You know, that's a good job of getting the ball down low like that. I mean, those are hard to stop from that range.
And here's Jones for three. And it's Miller with the rebound. Number 9. And the first shot of the night for him, no good.
Really not enough defensive pressure there to force that miss. He's got to be disappointed. Boy, when you run the fast break correctly, it's a thing of beauty.
Here's Jackson. Miller outside. Puts up the tray. And that's off as he tries to beat the buzzer. Some great action here as the first quarter concludes. Pacers lead by 1.
Kevin, their offense has been flowing right from the get-go. It's been fun to watch.
The NBA here on 2K Sports. A closely contested game here at the start of the second quarter. Here's Fisher. The Pacers finished last season with a 9-21 record against the tough Western Conference.
Well, we call it the Wild Wild West, Kevin, and for good reason.
And he slams it home. Here's the replay on the Sprite Slam cam.
It's a cameraman's dream when he's going up for the slam. Poster time.
Yeah, there are few guys like him in this league. What an athlete. Here's Jackson. Let's swing it over to Doris Burke.
Well, Kevin, prior to last season, Kobe Bryant emailed Hakeem Olajuwon, the legendary center, who he credits as, quote, the greatest post player ever, and asked if he'd work with him on his post game. Kobe took what he learned and trained on it every day and then put it to good use in the regular season. And guys, Kobe's footwork was already scary. To improve even more certainly helps explain what a great season he had. Back to you.
Nice stuff, Doris. Thank you. Here's Jackson. 1:21 left in the half. Pulls up, high post. The shot is off. And the Lakers go with it the other way. Poked away.
It's hard to make a pinpoint pass from that far away. He couldn't get a hold of it.
Number 9. Good from 11 feet out. Here's Fisher. With the fadeaway, here's Campbell. Number 45 snatches it inside. Indiana trailing here. Pass to Miller. Defended by Jones. The 3, and that one's good by Miller. Miller's got 5.
Boy, he's really special. The defense has to account for him at all times.
Now here's Shep. Miller with a double team. Jones. From deep 3-point range. Kept alive. Campbell backs him down. Hits the 15-footer.
Beautiful delivery with the bounce pass. Kept it away from the defense, which set up the shot perfect.
Good if it goes, and that's not going to go. So the clock runs out with the score tied going into halftime. More from Los Angeles after this.
Thanks for tuning in to the Sunday night edition of HP at the Half. The Lakers are going all out to stay in it. A fluid attack making these extra passes really opens up an offense. Derek Fisher's been coming up big. Lighten up that scoreboard. He's making it ring like a pinball machine. But the Pacers getting after it as well. They've shown a nose for getting the ball, jumping into passing lanes, picking guys clean. That's been a key. Thanks for tuning in. Now back to the action in Los Angeles.
And now the start of the second half. Very close game so far. So it's the Lakers now. You know, one of the stories last season, Clark, in the playoffs for the Lakers was after that early scare to the Thunder of Oklahoma City in the first round, the Lakers really turned it up in the playoffs. In fact, it was that Game 5 that kind of rebooted. They kind of found themselves.
Yeah, they certainly did. Sometimes you have to have your back against the wall. You've got to go through that crucible of almost losing an important game in the playoffs to be able to get your second win and to gain that extra wave of confidence. And that's kind of what happened with the Lakers. I mean, anytime you face a team like the Thunder that has the leading scorer in the league in Kevin Durant, you know it's not going to be easy, and the Lakers saw that to be true, and yet they were able to work through that.
Thunder had those young legs.
And a lot of confidence,
yes,
and an unbelievable building.
They didn't blink. They didn't have
not at all. They were relishing the opportunity, thrilled to be in the playoffs, but they felt like they could beat, not only play with the Lakers, they felt like they could beat the Lakers, Kevin.
We've got Shaquille O'Neal and Kersey. That's the Laker 5. So it's the Lakers now, trailing by 2. Van Exel, guarded by Jackson. Here's Jones. Can't get the 3 to fall. Indiana leading. Pass to Miller. Defended by Jones. Releases from 15. And that one's good by Miller. Miller's got his 3rd bucket of the night. Clark, back to that postseason matchup. I mean, sweeping the Jazz is no easy feat. Giving have to win 2 in a row up in Salt Lake City at the Energy Solutions Arena.
No, not easy at all, but you talk about that series against the Thunder. The Lakers have to win a 5th game on the road on a last-second shot. Sometimes, Kevin, that can catapult you to a higher level of performance in the next series, and I think that's what you saw with the Lakers when they got away from the Thunder and then were able to sweep the Jazz.
Jazz just didn't have the size to compete against Los Angeles.
Exactly. Too much size with Gasol and Odom buying them up front. That's an awful lot to overcome over a 48-minute ball game.
You know, Core was out, and Karolinko was coming back from injury. There were some issues there for the Jazz.
Exactly. They were undermanned and undersized, and that's no way to try to beat the Lakers.
5 to shoot. Let go with the 3. Campbell rips down the defensive board. And the 3rd quarter is over, and a good finish looks to be in store for all of us. And we'll be back in just a moment. So as we get rolling here in the fourth, let's go to our sideline for the Spark Report. Doris?
No doubt for the Pacers, the spark has been delivered by that two-guard. He'll no doubt be trying to build on what has been a fantastic performance for him. So far as the game hangs in the balance, we'll see if he can do it again, guys.
Thank you, Doris. Tremendous first three quarters.
Boy, that boy's been on fire. There's just no other way to put it. On fire.
Here's Jackson. And a look at the five for the Pacers to start the fourth quarter. He's got a piece of it. Kobe with a steal.
There's another giveaway for him now, and you know he didn't have a single turnover in the first half.
Here's Van Exel. Launches it. Kobe, no luck. Pacers leading by 4. Miller outside. Outside Jackson. Back to Miller. Touchdown, the open jumper.
You've got to close out on that mid-range jump shot.
And it's the Lakers' ball. 6-point game. Back to Shaq. No good. And Indiana will go the other way with it. Number 9, defended by Jones. Miller inside. Oh!
That was the old Matador defense right there. Olay.
Why so passive? The defenders need to show some determination.
I agree.
Here's Jones. 56 seconds left in the game. Miller gets called for the reach. That's his first foul. And the Lakers making a change here. And the Lakers have possession. Trailing here by 8. Down low. Easy shot. Nails the bank shot.
I thought that was a real good job to look for the shot they wanted and then be patient enough to wait for it.
The Pacers with an excellent chance to put the nail in the coffin. Picked up by Kobe. From 11 feet away. And again, it's Indiana converting.
Healthy lead, and with smart play the rest of the way, they should be able to win this.
Timeout called the Lakers. They're losing by 8. 31 seconds left to the fourth. A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard the Lakers coach as he addressed the team. He pumped his team up, saying, "It's moments like these that you play for. Leave everything you have on the court and play like you know you can." Let's watch, Kevin.
The Lakers making a switch here. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Miller kicks to Jackson. Fires from the high post. And Shaq pulls it down. Jones with it. Here's Van Exel. And again, no good by the Lakers. Number 9. Miller. So it's Indiana picking up the win. They came, they saw, they conquered.
Hey, Kevin, to me, any win is a good win.
Thanks for joining us for this presentation of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. For Doris Burke and the whole crew and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying see you next time. But first, let's check out the Jordan Brand player of the game.